This is Food Chemistry Unit 1, Chapter 22, Food Packaging and Labeling. Food labels. U.S. laws and regulations are extensive for labeling. Ingredients must be displayed along with nutrition information. Pictures, recycling information, barcodes, cooking tips, and recipes are all optional. Legally defined words or not legally defined words are actually accepted. So here's some terminology that you might see. Certified organic has the USDA seal. 95% of the contents are organic. Bioengineered is the new name for GMO or genetically modified organisms. Food modified through laboratory techniques have to be labeled. There is a specific list found on page 449 in your text. Allergen labeling. The source of all ingredients from the 8 most common allergens must be labeled. These allergens are shellfish, eggs, fish, milk, peanuts, soybeans, tree nuts, and wheat. Warning labeling. There are negative food reactions that people have. These can include the allergens or disorders such as PKU. PKU is phenylketonuria. People are unable to digest phenylalanine, which is found in protein-based foods, and aspartame, which is equal. Celiac disease is the inability to produce gluten. Irradiated products labeling. What is irradiation? This is a cold food preservation method, which means nothing is heated up, in which food is exposed to high energy electromagnetic waves. The food moves from one end of a radiation field to another on a conveyor belt. And there are a couple of groups regarding this. Group 1 has no label required. These were the first foods in the US that were approved by FDA for irradiation. Wheat, wheat flour, spices, herbs, teas, white potatoes, and sprouts from irradiated seeds. Group 2 has the official green and white Radura, and words treated with radiation or treated by irradiation required. These are your whole irradiated foods. They're unprocessed foods such as fresh meat, poultry, fruits, and vegetables. Now, the label is required only for the first purchaser. So if a company makes applesauce, only the shipment of apples will have the label, not the applesauce itself. Group 3 also has no label required. These are processed foods that have irradiated foods as ingredients, such as soups, frozen entrees, and pizza. The label is needed if changes occurred in the food from the radiation. Meat and poultry industries can actually use electronically pasteurized instead of irradiated. How about that? But here it is. This is a neat video to watch. Iowa State University has been doing this now for 14 years. They're going to show you spinach versus like irradiated spinach, and there's no difference. And here's the green and white Radura that's required on the labeled foods. Dates on labels. Only infant formula is required to have a date on its label. Meat and fish products often have sell-by dates. This is the estimated length of quality. If meat, poultry, and eggs are voluntarily labeled, it has to have the day and month. The FDA and the USDA recommend the term best if used by, not referring to safety, but when quality starts to deteriorate, such as color and texture. And you'll notice that most foods do have a date on there. Nutrition label. Okay, so we're going to take a look at an actual nutrition label here. There's 5 points on there to keep in mind. So if you've never read a label, the place to start is here. It's the serving size and how many per container. Then you check the calories. There's nutrients to limit. These are shown in grams and percent DV or daily value. It's based on a 2,000 calorie diet. 5% daily value is low, 20% daily value is high. 4 is, do you get enough of these nutrients? Fiber, vitamin D, calcium, iron, potassium. And then you got a footnote, which is the percent of daily value that explains how much a nutrient in a serving contributes to a daily eating plan. And you can check out the label right here. Nutrient claim. The claim implies a level in the food, like low fat or only 100 calories. The nutrition label must be present to prove this. And then you've got your health claim. So a claim that links food or nutrients to their ability to reduce the risk of contracting a disease. It cannot state that the food prevents a disease. It's either authorized, the claim has been extensively reviewed and verified, often seen as percentages, or may reduce the risk of heart disease, or it's qualified. The claim is not backed by extensive research and must indicate that on the label.